hapon, Pilipinas at buong mundo. Naitay Kapuso, pahiram po ng 20 minutes ng inyong hapon. Ako po si Boy, and welcome to Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. Sa lahat po ng nanonood sa Facebook at YouTube, sa lahat ng nakikinig po sa Dizzy WB, welcome to the program. Exciting afternoon. We have a very special guest. She is an extraordinary woman. She's a brilliant actor. And she's a friend. And she's one of my most favorite people in the world. Naitay Kapuso, please welcome the one and the only, Pilar Pilapil. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Black and white.
I know.
Same mood.
Synchronicity.
Exactly.
Maraming salamat, Pilar. Salamat. I looked forward to this conversation. Really.
Well, the feeling is mutual.
Kumusta?
I'm fine.
For a while, nakabase ka sa Cebu.
Yes, I'm based in Cebu at this time, but since I'm going to start on a project, and since I am here to guest in your show, then I am in Manila.
Right. Umpisa natin ang ating kwentuhan. In 1967, during the Miss Universe Beauty Pageant, I think it was in Miami, Florida.
Yes.
Bob Barker asked you, "Are you really 18?" Do you remember kung anong iyong sagot, Pilar?
Yeah, I remember that. And I said, what do you think?
How was that moment? I mean, take us back to that moment.
It was during rehearsals, you know, before the coronation night. We have many nights of rehearsals. And there was one night that he stared at me and he said, "Miss Philippines, are you really 18? And I said, what do you think?
Okay.
And he smiled. And then I went.
Kumusta yung karanasan mo doon sa Miss Universe?
Okay
What do you
lang
remember?
naman. Well, you know, when you're very young, you're not really able to appreciate as much as you appreciate when you're more mature, right? I mean, it's a completely different stage in your life. I was surrounded with beautiful women, etc., etc., and of course, some gentlemen that were eyeing us around.
The girls, yes.
Of course, and it was quite an experience. But as a young girl, of course, it was quite overwhelming.
You were 16,
Yes.
right? Did you want to win?
No, I wasn't thinking of that.
What
I
were you
was not
thinking?
really a full-grown woman. I was a kid.
Oo.
I was a young girl.
Pero Pilar, as a young girl, did you have a sense that you were beautiful?
Not really. I don't remember thinking that. Because I don't even remember. Well, there were people who were telling me that, but it never really it never really got into my head. I mean,
Right.
it was just a passing thing for me.
When you talk about age, kasi ang daming decades, ang daming pinagdaanan, no? You know, I had Gloria Diaz here on the show, and I asked her what she thought about beauty. And sabi ni Glory, 99% of beauty is youth. Do you agree?
I don't. I'm sorry. But beauty to me is something that needs to age like wine, you know? You know, I remember those pictures that I had when I was very young, and I didn't look as, this is my opinion. I looked better when I was already older, not when I was very young, definitely. Because in the first place, you go through many, many stages in your life as a young person. You know, you go through, like for instance, a heartbrokenness. You go through so many problems and struggles in life. It takes time to be happy. So when you're happy, that's when you become beautiful.
Yeah, I get that. Did you get roles when you were getting older? Dumating ba ang mga papel, ang mga roles na gusto mo?
Oh, well, you know...
Kumonti ba ang trabaho?
Frankly, Boy, I've been in the business for 57 years.
Right.
But to be very frank, I don't think that I have been built up as an actor to play the real roles that I am really capable of doing. The roles that have been given to me, like Contrabida and all of that, that's one of those to me. But the real good roles that I can portray, I can still do that even up to now. And if the producers are able to really know and to dig deeper into the capabilities of the actors, then they will have better actors. And it will not have something to do with age.
Yeah.
Because it's not really the age that defines you.
That's true.
As an actor. It's your talent that defines you as an actor.
But even
not
as a
the
person,
age.
Pilar, even as a
Even
person.
as a person, of
Yes.
course.
Diba? Okay. Sabi mo nga, you've been in the business for like 57 years. Show business, the business of entertainment. What have you become because of show business?
Well, if you're talking about fame, because show business, when you are in show business, you become famous. I have become famous. That's what I've become. And as far as my financial stability is concerned, I have stabilized myself because I have earned my living through show business. That's two. Third, probably, I have become a well-rounded person. Because, you know, when you play roles of people, you actually live ahead of your time. Mm-hmm. In other words, you have not really lived through that yet. You have not lived that. You're ahead of everyone. So you become well-rounded. And it's easier for you to understand people better.
Yes, and the understanding and that opportunity of being able to be many.
Exactly.
Ang ganda nun, no?
Because you play different roles, and so
Right.
you know exactly the psyche of all of these people and how they are, how they go about their lives.
Pilar, has show business been kind to you?
Oh yes, definitely. It's been quite kind, but they can be kinder though.
I love the way you say it. There is no doubt, this is inarguable. You are a beautiful and a good woman inside and out. Were men good to you?
Men tried to be good.
They did.
I don't really know if they know the meaning of good,
Okay.
but there were some that were nice and were good, but there were some that I gave away because they needed to be with women who deserved them.
I asked because bravely you wrote about them in your book. The woman without
A face.
a face. And you wrote about particularly tatlong high-profile relationships. Then Vice President Doy Laurel, Dolphy,
Wow.
Fernando Poe Jr.
Wow.
Let's talk about lessons learned. Let's talk about the memories.
I had some good memories. There were some bad ones, but I would rather just remember the good ones.
Marami ang nagmamasid sa ating pag-uusap na ito, Pilar. When you are in that situation, and ang daming noise, there are a lot of opinions, a lot of voices, how did you stay whole? How did you stay intact?
Frankly, Boy, in 1995, I accepted the Lord into my life. That was it. That was the biggest miracle in my life. And that's how I was able to, get strengthened. And that was when I started becoming whole again.
Took a journey.
It took a 360-degree.
Tama.
Yeah. So now I feel like, I can conquer the world, of course, by His grace.
That's true.
And now I can say that I am whole, not necessarily because of me, but also because without Him, I wouldn't be whole the way I am now.
Remember your movie, Etiquette for Mistresses? Did you ever have a real life confrontation with another woman?
That's very interesting. It was not a confrontation, it was a matter of fact.
Okay.
When I met with something like that in the past, I just left and let them be. When I know I'm not in the right place, I would rather just be out of the picture.
Pero alam mo, I keep on saying tama ka because walking away is bravery.
No, I don't have that kind of, character where I have to confront and do that. So I just stay away and then let them be.
Let's do fast talk, Pilar.
What's the fast talk?
Fast talk is I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Okay. And we'll do this. We have 2 minutes to do this and our time begins now. Pilar, corona o trophy?
Corona.
Yaman o ganda?
Ganda.
Ganda o galing?
Galing.
Manila o Cebu?
Cebu.
Ageless or limitless?
Limitless.
Noon o ngayon?
Ngayon.
Low-key, High pitch.
Low-key.
Mataray, maarte.
None.
Sosyal, jologs.
None.
Movie that you're most proud of.
Leona Calderon.
Movie na pinagsisihan gawin mo.
Hindi ko na maalala. Marami.
Biggest misconception about Pilar Pilapil.
She's mataray.
Yeah, but you're very kind. Worst intrigue about you.
Worst intrigue. All of those things that were not true.
One real thing about Pilar Pilapil.
Real.
Kung babalikan mo ang nakaraan, anong dekada ang pipiliin mo?
50s.
Kung titira ka abroad, saan?
Maybe Morocco?
Complete this sentence. This girl, Pilar, is...
Fabulous.
Bakit ako mahihiya?
Bakit nga naman?
Napakasakit.
Sa nakaraan.
When the love is gone,
I would suffice.
the last time you cried,
A million tears.
the last time you laughed,
Everlasting laughter.
lights on or lights off,
Lights off.
happiness or chocolates,
Happiness.
best time for happiness.
Abundance.
Gagawa ka ng pelikula tungkol sa buhay mo. Give it a title.
The woman without a face.
Wow. And I want to go there. Dati, you were often described as the face that could launch 1,000 ships. And then, irony of ironies, tinawag mo ang iyong libro na The Woman Without a Face. Bakit? At ang kasagutan sa pagbabalik po ng Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. Kami nagbabalik po dito sa Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. Kasama pa rin po natin ang the great Pilar Pilapil. You know, I just want to go to the movie Etiquette for Mistresses at mapangahas ako hihingi ng eksena. I play Claudine's role.
Claudine? You play Claudine's role?
Yeah. You play your role?
As a wife, no?
Yes.
O, sige,
Ako ang
try.
mistress.
Try
Papasok
natin.
ako.
Tapos?
Ang lakas lang ng loob ang aking puhunan. Titingnan ho natin how I will survive.
Oh.
Rolling 5, 4, 3, 2, action! Nasaan po si Gabriel?
Matagal na kitang kilala. Bakit hinahanap mo si Gabriel?
May gusto lang sana ako sabihin sa kanya.
Sabihin sa kanya, hindi mo ba alam na iniwan ka na ni Gabriel?
Hindi po.
Parehong-pareho lang tayo. Pareho tayong iniwan ni Gabriel. Kaya lang, ikaw, wala kang papeles. Ako mayroon. Kaya, kahit iwan niya ako, hindi siya makakawala sa akin. Naintindihan mo?
Nasaan po si Gabriel? I just want to talk to him.
Look, there is no difference between you and me. As I said, pareho niya tayong iniwan. Maupo ka. Ikwento ko sa'yo kung anong nangyari. Nung may date kami ni Gabriel at pumunta ka at nagkita kayo sa bathroom ng restaurant. O ano masasabi mo?
Nasaan po si Gabriel?
Tumigil ka nang maghanap kay Gabriel.
May sasabihin lang po ako sa kanya.
Kung ako sa'yo, umuwi ka na.
Nasaan po si Gabriel?
Wala akong alam at hindi ko alam kung nasaan si Gabriel.
Para nila pong awa.
Hindi ako maawa sa'yo. Dapat ikaw maawa ka sa sarili mo, kaya umuwi ka na.
Nasaan po si Gabriel?
Ang kulit nito. Umuwi ka na. Goodbye.
Galing ko! Galing niyo. Let's talk about your process as an actor.
Oh.
Kumusta ang karanasan mo sa mga batang artista ngayon?
Some of them are good though.
Okay.
Ang problema ko lang kung minsan hindi sila masyadong nagfo-focus sa mga lines nila. Like, for instance, before I go to the set, I prepare myself, I psych myself as far as the role is concerned, and I really, really prepare my dialogues and all of that. What we did was an impromptu, right? Mabuti na lang,
Right.
marunong ako magtagalog. Impromptu yon. Pero, you know, you have to be able to be prepared in every way.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. Nakaharap mo isang batang artista o isang artista hindi handa as opposed to how you prepared for.
Hindi, kung minsan kinakausap ko yan.
Kinakausap.
Ano lang, kanang privately lang. Kinakausap in the sense na parang I make it come out like it's an advice.
Right. There was a time that you were often described as a face that could launch 1,000 ships. And eventually you did your book, which is called The Woman Without a Face. The story, were you bothered by that initial description? And why did you title your book as
No,
such?
because what happened, Boy, was in the 1980s, there's a story behind that. I was painting, and I painted around 100 paintings, I think.
Wow.
And as a matter of fact, I remember, I don't know if you remember CC Bar.
Okay.
Oh, I had a one-woman show there. And one of those paintings that I ended up painting was a woman without a face. And I realized that it was me, that I painted myself. So I took it from that title, The Woman Without a Face.
You got the title of the book from that. Pero
Yeah.
bakit without a face, Pilar?
Well, it's because, you know, at that time, kasi at that stage in my life, I was going through a lot of upheavals, and I ended up in situations that I really should not have ended up in.
Okay.
It was a stage in my life where I really could not look at anyone straight, you know, because I was feeling shame and I was feeling a lot of hurt, a lot of things put together.
It was a rough patch.
Yeah,
in
it
your
was a
life.
rough path. And so I didn't have the face to show anyone.
So doon ang galing yung
So
title.
that's why
Okay.
I ended up painting myself, and the title was The Woman, Without a Face.
How did motherhood affect you?
It affected me in a positive sense, but it also affected me in a negative sense. Because at that time, I had a child out of wedlock, right? So it developed some insecurity in me somehow.
Oh.
But, I mean, being a mother per se, of course, a woman will always welcome becoming a mother, right?
Okay.
I mean, not all women become mothers. So in a positive way, that also affected me in a positive way.
Oo.
So it became more mature, and, you know, I was able to handle things. You know, it was part of my maturity.
Nagbago yung lente ng
Nagbago naman.
pananaw mo sa buhay?
Nagbago, unti-unti.
That lens changed?
Unti-unti. But it took a long time.
But I want to go to that experience in 2011. That sordid experience.
Oh, yeah. It was just one of those unfortunate experiences. But I have gotten over that a long time ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of death?
No.
You're not.
Because everything here in this world is temporary. I mean, one day you find out a healthy young man or a healthy young woman, you know, at 30, or, you know, they, like last year, my PA died and she was only 30 plus. I mean, you know, you'll never really know when your time comes.
The happiest moment, Pilar. And what makes you happy today?
Frankly, my happiest moment is when I am communicating with God. Those are my happiest moments. And when I'm preaching His Word.
Oh.
Those are my most fulfilling moments. When I'm doing ministry work and doing what He wants me to do. Those are my really happy moments.
That's happiness with service.
Yeah, happiness.
Yeah,
and service.
touching people's
Very
lives.
fulfilling, very
Yeah.
fulfilling.
Pero masayang-masaya kami dahil sa iyong pagbabalik dito.
Of course, of
Sa
course.
GMA
And I'm very
abot
happy
kamay,
now that
you'll-
I'm able to, you know, we're able to discuss so many things.
I know.
And enlighten.
No, at ang napakaganda nito, every time you do a conversation is that you look forward to the next one.
Yeah.
Complete the sentence, Pilar, as my last question. I am Pilar Pilapil and...
I'm heading towards my goal to be with the Lord when the time comes.
Yes. Just a follow-up. If you were to write your epitaph, how would that go? How would that
I
go?
remember you asked me that
I did.
before.
I did.
I still have the same epitaph.
You still have. And
Yeah.
that was?
And that was, what you plant is what you reap.
That's true. What you plant is what you reap. Thank you very much, Pilar.
Thank you, Boy.
Salamat, salamat. Lovely, lovely. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, thank you,
At salamat sa inyong lahat. Salamat. Rica de la Merced, maraming salamat. Boys of La Carmela de Boracay, thank you. And Comfort, thank you. Naitay Kapuso, maraming salamat for allowing us into your homes and into your hearts. Let's support Miss Pilar Pilapil. Be kind. Make your nanay and tatay proud and say thank you. Thank you very much. And do one good thing a day and make this world a better place. Goodbye for now, and God bless.
God bless.